Alright, ready? Yep. Hey, this is Noel Austin. We're here tonight at the Fun House. We're gonna film The Dreadful Children.
I'd rather like have my name not on people's lips.
Like this, I got this the whole.
Because when you're on people's mouths, they're fucking talking about you.
You know what? Now I'm gonna get Lonnie Bristle tattooed.
Lonnie Bristle?
Lonnie Bristle.
That's like what.
Tony Bag of Donuts?
Tony Bag of Donuts.
Hey.
Bag of
Lindsay?
his middle name.
Lindsay Suicide.
Lindsay Suicide. Hey.
And Globey.
We've met.
Yeah, we met.
Yeah, I came out to Seattle. Fuck you. Yeah, I came out to Seattle to look at colleges a while back and ended up not going to college, but I love the city, so I ended up moving out here to fucking play music, and now I'm living the dreams.
I grew up in a small town north of here called Lake Stevens.
I know Lake Stevens.
Yeah, it's a really shitty town.
Yeah, I got stuck there for like 3 days.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get you right out of that place.
Yeah. No, like
nobody's giving you a ride out of there.
It's a bad little redneck town. Fucking, I'd be in like 7th grade with a huge green mohawk, and fucking like guys in their big like lift trucks like drive by me and yell faggot. They're like, all right, cool, whatever, dude.
Yeah,
and then they pull over and try. They pull over and try to fight me, and it's like, really, you want to fight a fucking guy in 7th grade for flipping you off? What the fuck?
Were you born, raised?
I was born in New Jersey, lived in Philadelphia, lived in Alaska, lived in Idaho, lived in Colorado, lived in Washington, lived a little bit in Oregon. I moved up to Seattle about 2 years ago and joined up with Lonnie Bristle and
Joined, I like that.
Joined? Like you had a choice.
Like
Actually, I didn't even have a choice. He's like, hey, fucker, you're playing guitar for me now. I'm like, all right.
So then they joined
When I met him in Boise, Lisa introduced us, and I'm like, hey, man. And I got to know him a little bit, and I'm like, you know you're going to move to Seattle and play guitar in my band. And he's like, yeah, ha, ha. And he moves here, and I'm like, practice is tomorrow. Got a show in 2 weeks.
I was sleeping in this janky ass basement below his girlfriend's house. Fucking, and he's like, all right, dude, this is how we're gonna start fucking playing. Always loved punk rock, man. I remember when I was like probably like 8 or 9 years old, I watched the movie Pump Up the Volume with Christian Slater and listened to George, or was it Richard Hell and the Descendants and the Pixies, and from that day forth, I was like, all right, I'm fucking sold.
That's a class is horrible.
Fuck, don't ever fucking say that.
Like, yeah, I listen to Pixies. They're fucking rad.
It's like marijuana. Dude. How do you think I started doing fucking heroin? Come on, man.
You don't like the Pixies?
I don't do heroin.
For the record. Opinions, all
I think
opinions.
the bass line from Gigantic was one of the first bass lines I ever taught myself, actually. Which, granted, it's the same thing over and over again.
How did I get into Dreadful Children?
No. How'd you get into punk rock? How
Rock?
did you decide you were going to be the fucking front man for a punk rock band?
Oh,
Not just this punk rock band, you have huge history in Seattle.
Yeah,
with Bristle.
Yeah, Bristle.
It's huge.
I don't know, I saw a lot of music going kind of the same direction, you know, and that's why I decided to start my own band. It's like, all this music's going in one way, and I just kind of wanted to go the other way, you know what I mean? It's like, I like hardcore, I like fast, furious punk. You know, and at the time that I started Bristle, you know, I was inundated with Nirvana clones and all kinds of fucking really crappy kind of, I don't know, just like a lot of really bad bands. And I was like, you know what, someone's got to fucking play hardcore punk. And
I fought a lot in school and stuff. My dad, he was an old biker guy. Plus he played music, so we'd always tour like the Northwest to like all these bars, and in the band he was in, and doing like, you know, all these biker bars throughout the Northwest. And we lived in this fucking smallest town for a little while with a bunch of rednecks, and I always fought the rednecks all the time. So I got
story 3 times before I.
put me on probation and fucking, my dad was like, well, you ain't staying home this fucking summer by yourself at the house while my band's on tour, so you're coming with us. So I went on tour with them, roadied, learned how to play guitar, and then, you know, listened to nothing but, you know, fucking Velvet Underground for about a year straight. Realized that's what I wanted to do, and then getting into like Rancid.
And then learning to play in the School of the Dead.
Exactly.